your Uncle Arthur, isn't it, eh? And it's a beautiful day, so I'm gonna have a day in the garden. Coming down the stairs out into my beautiful backyard. It really looks nice, doesn't it, eh? Over to one of my beautiful roses that I've been growing for a number of years, and a silly old bee thought he got my slotted. I said, get out of it, there, you silly old scallywag. I said, no worries at all. And over to the shed we go, because we have to look for some tools to do a little bit of gardening, don't we, eh? And I've got the old shed there all specially stacked up, and we've got the old watering can there, and a bit of a rake there, and a shovel, and a spade, and a pick, and all sorts of things in there, all specially put in there for the big gardening day that I was going to have. And what have I got? What am I looking for? That's right. It's the old lawnmower, so we'll pull him out like that, there we go, and wander over to the lawn and give it a darn good mow, we really will, and it's down the hill we go like that, and whoa, and it's up the hill we go again, and it's up the hill and doing a beautiful job of the lawn I am, and down we go again, and then we're going up the hill again and getting it all nice and neat and tidy and looking beautiful. It really is, isn't it, eh? And then we decided to do a little bit of edging, so I got my edger out and I'm a bit of a master at this, and I can make them beautiful and straight as an edge has ever been seen, it is. And just put in there and put the old foot on there and give them a bit of a push, and boom, we do it all quickly, don't we, eh? And have a look at my silver beet. But look out, there's a nasty old snail in there, isn't there, eh? So we'll get rid of him like that and have a bit of a look around and see if we can find any other snails. And there was a few in there. We had to get rid of them all because we didn't want them getting into the silver beet, did we, eh? No worries at all. That got them out. And what have we got over here? It's a little bit of a birdie nest, isn't it, eh? And look inside there is a little birdie egg. Oh, look out there. I dropped him on the ground, but it didn't matter because I put all the bits back into the birdie nest there, and I don't think the mummy bird would have noticed at all, would she, eh? So I put him back like that. I had a bit of fun with him anyway, didn't I, eh? And one of the young boys threw his ball over the fence, no worries at all. Balls are coming over the fence all the time, and I pulled out a bit of an old one, and he gave me a new one. I threw the old one back, didn't I, eh? And I wandered around, and what's that? It's a frisbee. It's a frisbee, isn't it, eh? And what will we do with that? That's right, put them all nice and neat and tidy in the shed with the balls and the frisbees there, no worries at all. That's a bit better, isn't it, eh? No worries at all. Time for a little bit of pruning, and we'll give that a prune and that a prune, and boom, 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 we're getting a little bit carried away. We're pruning this and we're pruning that and pruning, having a marvellous time, aren't we, eh? Everything's getting a darn good going over, and lots of days we gave a bit of a hills hoister going over at the same time, and decided to get one of those brand new saws. It didn't work very well, though, did it? It was a chainsaw, but it didn't matter, I still got the job down. And have a look at that, it's Uncle Arthur's prize rose, but it had some nasty old bugs on him, so I'll give him a bit of a special spray, won't I, eh? And see how, and it said, thank you very much, the old rose said, for getting rid of that. And here's where I buried my daisies, there's where I buried my petunias, and here's where I buried the cat when I had the nasty backing incident in the driveway. But it didn't matter, did it, eh? And giving the garden a little bit of a water. Squirty, 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 and what's that? It's a beautiful little daisy, isn't it, eh? So we'll put the daisy into our lapel just like that, so we'll look all very nice, won't we, eh? And it's a beautiful little flower in the garden, no worries at all. And I'm still enjoying having a bit of a water and making everything look nice, and raking up the leaves after a hard day's work, and boom, look out, there you go, they jumped into flame, didn't they, eh? I'm a bit of a pyromaniac from way back, and I enjoy lighting up the leaves, no worries at all, making a bit of a smoke signal, and here comes the fire brigade, don't they, eh? Pulling into the driveway there, running all the way down the drive there saying, hello, Uncle Arthur, aren't you a good old man for doing all the cleaning on a Sunday? And I said, well, oh, who's that there? How do you do? No worries at all. He said, that's a darn good job for cleaning up all the leaves and making sure there won't be any mess around here or any fires or anything like that. And I said, well, look out there, I left the rake. And he said, there you go, Uncle Arthur, you can have your rake back. And I said, thank you very much. I'll probably need it for the cleaning up, won't I? So I said, see you later, Mr. Fireman. Thank you very much for your help. No worries at all. And it's out the front we go with a little bit of a ladder because we're going to climb up there. And guess what? That's right, we're going to clean out the guttering. So we'll have a bit of a fossing and a feel around there. What is it? There's a few old balls in there, isn't there? Oh, blocking up the guttering. So we'll get out those for you. They're all over the place, aren't they? Oh, but now it's nice and neat and tidy. And I'm glad that I've cleaned it out. I really am. And I'll just get up a little bit further and look out, boom, 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 all the way down to the bottom. It's a funny old way to come down a ladder, isn't it, eh? And look at what I'm saying, look at me, I'm on the stilts, I'm saying to the kids. I'm walking on the stilts and they're saying, well done, well done. And when I sat down for a beautiful cup of tea, feeling very proud of what I'd done and looked around at my beautiful garden. Anyway, that was my day in the garden. Hope you enjoy it and see you next time. Good on you, young kids. Well, there isn't a day, and guess where I am? That's right, I'm at Expo. Your Auntie Dawn and I had been hearing all about it, so we decided to go up and have a bit of a look. In we go, and everything's so big in Queensland. There's the monorail. Give them a bit of a wave. Oh, it's all so big and exciting. And have a look around there. Whoa, look out, they really are big up there, the bugs, aren't they? So I'll just get out the old Aeroguard and give myself a bit of a quick spray, no worries at all. And into a line we go, just waiting to see one of the many pavilions that they have up there. And here I am a couple of hours later waiting in the line there, and a bit of a wave, and then a couple of hours after that, I was still waiting in the line, but it didn't matter. And there I am, later in that night, still waiting in the line with my tent and my bully tea and everything. And have a look at those blokes. They've been waiting for a while, haven't they? Oh, yes, they have. And I spent all night there waiting in that line, and the next morning having a bit of a shave on the special mirrors that they've got up there. No worries at all. Yes, they're beaut, aren't they? Yes, they are. And then my line was starting to move. I said, wait for me, wait for me. I'm saying, I want to see that pavilion. In we go, have a bit of a look, and then out we go. No worries at all. It was well worth the wait. Yes, it was. And they've got some marvellous street entertainment up there. Yes, they have. And you have a bit of a singing and dancing and a bit of a play around with the young kids. And there's 40 cents for doing a bit of a shave for your Uncle Arthur. There you go. And I'm singing and dancing and having fun at Expo. And here's a special foot massager up there. You hop on there and you put your money in and boom, away you go. But I think there was something wrong with it. My pants were falling down. I was all sorts of trouble. I think there must be something wrong with it. But anyway, it didn't matter. It made me feel a bit better in the legs. Yes, it did. No worries at all. Yep. And then I had to go and find the men's toilets, and I found the line, and luckily it was right in the middle of a beautiful fountain display. Yes, it was. And Auntie Dawn said, these fountains are so beautiful, I'd like to get some very special shots of them. Yes, she did. And look at that, she's saying, aren't they beautiful, Uncle Arthur? I'm saying, yes, they are. There's nothing more relaxing when you're waiting in a line to go to the gents than having water squirting and dribbling all around the place. So, whoa, look out! And then I decided to have a look at the beautiful Queensland rainforest. Yes, I did. And then I was onto the chairlift. No worries at all, to have a very special look around the beautiful Swiss pavilion. And I'm having a bit of a wave at all the young kids. Hello there, young kids, I'm saying, and swinging my legs, all that sort of thing. And whoop, look out, whoop, there goes one of my shoes, I'm saying. Hey, quick, grab one of my shoes, I'm saying. Oh dear, I've lost my shoe. Off you get, Uncle Arthur, I'm saying, but where's my shoe? And he said, I think it's somewhere over there. I said, no worries at all. I'll be over there and get it as quick as lively. Hello there, young fella. You might have seen my shoe, have you? Yes, I have, Uncle Arthur, and I had a bit of a ride while I was there as well, no worries at all. Having fun with the young Swissman who was skiing, and all the way down I came, just like a professional skier. Have a look at your uncle. Boom, look at that, all the way down to the bottom. And luckily there was a ladder there, so I grabbed hold of that and decided to climb all the way up to the top. And I'm climbing, and I'm having a bit of fun at the same time, aren't I? Ain't no worries at all the way up to the top. A special little lookout that they had there. You could see all around Expo, and whoa, have a look at all the people, I'm saying. They're saying, hello, Uncle Arthur. And then there was some girlies swimming in the water and everything. And then they said to me, Uncle Arthur, why don't you show us one of your very special dives that we've all heard lots about? I said, I don't know about that. And look, how do you like that one for a start? And they all enjoyed it. How do you like my diving? I'm saying, and I'll get back up onto the board like that. There you go, no worries at all. Standing back up, and I think I'll do a big special one. 1, 2, 3, and off into the water we go with all the girlies who are swimming around. Well done, Uncle Arthur, they're all saying. And then the girlies swam around and picked me up and said, how do you do? And there you go, you've had a day at Expo. Anyway, that was my trip to Expo. Good on you, young kids. See you later. Today, and have a guess what? I'm going on a very special trip to the hospital. That's right, and there I am on the back of a cab there, and he's giving me a ride down to the hospital. I said, thank you very much. I've got all my goods and chattels, and I said, see you later there, young matey, because I'm going to have my gallstones out, aren't I? And then I went up to the front door, and I thought to myself, I better get myself a little bit of a magazine to read. And the young girly nurse, he said, in you come, Uncle Arthur, we've got plenty of magazines inside for you to read. And I said, no, perhaps if I could just go and get myself a bit of a magazine out there, I really would. I'm having second, perhaps if I could just pop out for just a minute, it won't take me that long. And they said, no, Uncle Arthur, in you come, we're going to have lots of fun. And someone very special for you tonight, it was Mrs. Matron, wasn't it? I said, hello there, Mrs. Matron, how are you today? She said, come with me, Uncle Arthur, we'll show you where your very special little room is. And I wandered in there to my beautiful room, and she said, okay, off with your clothes and on with a special thing. And I said, no, I brought my own jammies from home, so I'll be right, thank you very much, no worries at all. I can get changed all by myself. I said, if you'd just like to pop out the door there, I'll be right. Thank you very much there, young matron. You're a lovely lady, you really are. We'll just pull the old thing down there like that, and we can get changed in the nick of time. And then the matron came back and said, hello, Uncle Arthur, did you put the gown on that I gave you? I said, no worries at all. There it is underneath there, matron. Doesn't it look lovely? And I thought to myself, you know, I should try and make the place as much like home as possible. So I brought my old wireless along there and a few things from the mailbox, like a bit of a picture of Auntie Dawn's. I popped them there on the bedside table, and a bowling cup and a bit of a clock and so on and so forth. And oh, look at that, lovely pictures just like home, and a bit of Auntie Dawn's muesli cake, and of course a lovely picture of the Queen, and give her a bit of a salute like that. And I looked around, I thought, oh, there's another patient over there, I'll take him a bit of muesli cake over there. And I looked at his name, and his name was Neil O'Reilly. And I thought to myself, he seems like a nice bloke, would you like a bit of cake? I said to him, young Nilly, it's beautiful muesli cake. And he said his name was Neil O'Reilly. Oh, you must be a foreigner, a new Australian. So I shouted out nice and loud, muesli cake, yum, 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 yum in your tummy, isn't it? It doesn't matter, you don't have to know it now. I'll pop it down there, no worries at all, see you later. And he was a nice chap, and we had a bit of fun there with his old doobies in his arm, but it didn't matter, right? We were getting to know each other, there you go. Having a bit of a read of the book there, and here comes the doctor saying, can I take your temperature? Pop it into the mouth like that. And he said, oh, it looks if you roll over, Uncle Arthur will do it in a very special He did take my temperature, didn't he, eh? And then they were getting Neil ready for his operation. Off you go, young matey. I'll mind your muesli cake for you, and see you when you get back there. And I'm having a bit of a read, and I'm hearing what they're doing to Neil, and I'm thinking to myself, whoa, what are they doing? Oh, I'm thinking to myself, they really must be giving him a nasty operation. Oh, dear. Oh, look out, oh, dear. I don't like the sound of that at all. I think I might be skedaddling out of here. So I got all my goods and chattels out of the room, and I thought, off I'll go, and I'll get better some other time. I thought to myself, and they're saying, hello, Uncle Arthur, all ready for your operation? I said, I'm having second thoughts, Nursey. I really would like to go home if it's all possible there. And they're saying, no, Uncle Arthur, you come with us now. I said, oh, all right then, I don't really mind. Perhaps I could come with you. And they gave me a very special injection. I thought, oh, that's beautiful. I had a little bit of a dance with everyone. And they said to me, Uncle Arthur, let's go for a very special ride on the little old trolley here. And I said, no worries at all. and I'll sing some songs, and I'll say hello to all the kids in the hospital, lying la-dee-da-dee-da, down the hallway, the beautiful matron. Give us a kiss, I said, you gorgeous thing, no worries at all. And I haven't felt that good in years, I really haven't. I'm having a marvellous time, and both I went to sleep, and it didn't seem like any time at all, and I woke up again, didn't I, eh? It was a beautiful morning, and my teeth had just popped out, so I thought I'd push them back in there like that. There you go. And I looked around, I thought, well, I might as well go out the front and get the paper and perhaps make myself a beautiful cup of tea. So I threw the old blankets off like that, no worries at all, and look out, and woozy, wasn't I, eh? And the nurse said, you had some anesthetic, just pop back into bed like that, and we'll bring you anything you want. And I thought, well, I'll make myself a bit of a cup of tea and jingle in my baggie there, and put it straight in like that, no worries at all. And I'm feeling a whole lot better a little bit later on, have a bit of a sandwich, and the nursey brought me a special surprise, and I said, yum, 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 it's pickled onions, isn't it? I said, I got the top off like that, and with me fork, and how do you do? That's right, you eat them up, don't you? Well, the nursey said, where have they gone? I said, in my tummy where they belong, haven't they, eh? And she said, no thanks, I won't have any pickled onions. Anyway, a couple of days later, I was feeling a whole lot better, so I said, bye-bye, nursey, see you later. And anyway, that was my trip to the hospital. Good on you, young kids, and see you next time. We'll pull her into the service station and park her over there just like that. And here comes Mr. Mechanic saying, what can we do for you today, Uncle Arthur? And I said, thank you very much. If you'd like to come right around to where the motory bit is, we'll open up the bonnet like that and have a bit of a boat peep inside, won't we? I no worries, it all looks pretty clean. And have a look at that little thing. I wondered what that squeak was. It was a mousey, wasn't it? I said, it's a bit overdue, a couple of weeks for a service, I think. But he said, it doesn't matter, Uncle Arthur. I think the car looks in pretty good condition, doesn't it? I will just check the oil and have a look at that. Nice and neat and tidy, just like it should be, isn't it? I said, well, I take care of it, I really do. And he said, if you'd like just to pop over there, I said, there's a vacuum cleaner, isn't there? So I'll get a couple of 2-bobs out there, I'll pop them into the hole and give the car a darn good vacuum, and we'll just have to grab hold of the end like that. There we go, I've got a hold of him. I thought, first of all, give me Jack a little bit of a clean, so I'll give him a bit of a clean like that, and I'll do a try at the same time, give that a bit of a vacuum as well, no worries at all, make it all nice and neat and tidy, won't we, eh? And he's clean his pockets out, make sure there's no mess or anything, and then look at those old cigarettes, they got to be stuck to the end, didn't they, eh? But he didn't worry, no worries at all. He was having fun at the same time, just like me. And well, I thought I'd give his face a little bit of a clean, so I was just saying, give me a bit of a clean there, Uncle Arthur. Oh, that feels marvellous, doesn't it, eh? He said, no, take it in there and give the car a bit of a clean too. And they said, boom, there, it was all nice and neat and tidy. And I thought I'd give that a bit of a squirt down the glasses first so I know what I'm doing. And we'll squirt all over the place, make it all nice and clean and neat and tidy, eh? And he said, well, you're doing a good job in there. And I thought I'd turn on my old radio, didn't I? So I switched on the ignition, and you know, I couldn't believe the dreadful music they have on the radios these days. And I thought, well, I'll clean my boot out. There's my spare brake, put that down there like that, and get my old ringer out there. You never know when you might need that. Because I'm looking for my very special spare tyre, aren't I, eh? Because I think there might be a little bit of a leaky in it. So we'll pull him out there like that and take him over to the very special blowing up machine and fill him full of air and find out where that little leaky is. So I'll put him on there like that and squeeze the thing in. Whoa, there you go. I don't think there's any problem with my spare tyre. That's as good as it'll ever be. So I just picked him up. I thought, well, all I'll do, I'll take him back and I'll just put him all right back inside the tyre. And if ever out with Auntie Dawn on a bit of a trip and we get a flat tyre, we'll never have any problems at all. So we'll just squeeze him up like that. There you go. And we'll be able to fit him inside the tyre. And I'll put him up inside the boot. And then the mechanic came over and said, leave that to me, Uncle Arthur. If you just like to pop down there, we'll fix it up for you, no worries at all. So I went for a little bit of a walk, and there was a bit of a girlie having a little problem with her car and being fairly experienced with this sort of thing. I thought I'd give them a bit of a hand, and I said to them, well, you know, if it were my car, I think you'd have a bit of a problem with that little thing just down there. And she said, oh, thank you, we really do appreciate your help because we probably never be able to find it ourselves, would we? I said, no worries, I'll see you later. And then have a look at that, a beautiful red car pulled in, didn't it, with a gorgeous girlie in it. And she hopped down, and I thought, have a little bit of a boyfriend, but a beautiful red car. And I thought I'd just try out the seat, so I put my old body on the, ooh, doesn't that feel nice? And I'll just swing me legs around. Ooh, it does feel beautiful in there. And look at that, I might even close the old door and see how she feels in case I want to buy a new car. And I thought I'd feel around for the old radio. Where's that knob? It had a big knob for the radio, didn't it? Spin around there. And they're saying, come back, Uncle Arthur, come back. I said, no worries at all. Take around there for you just like that. And I said, do you think you'd mind if I had a little bit of a drive with the car? And they came over and said, no worries, Uncle Arthur. Take her for a spin around the block and see how she's going, because you're a bit of an expert when it comes to driving beautiful red cars. And look at her go around the corner like that. It really was an excellent car. And they said, hey, look at Uncle Arthur, it's a new speed hump here we're just installing. So I said, well, I'll just turn my car around there like that and show you the correct way to go over a speed hump. There you go. It's all very safe, no worries at all. Make sure you go nice and slow, and then nobody will get hurt, will they? Ain't no worries at all. So I pulled her back into the service station just like that, and I thought I heard a bit of a noise in the back seat, so I turned around, and what did I see? Two gorgeous girlies, didn't I? They had a marvellous bit of a drive with me, and they said, your car's ready, Uncle Arthur, and I said, thank you very much, but I think I can walk by myself if you'll just leave me alone. And they said, no, Uncle Arthur, we'll just give you a little bit of a hand as you walk over to your car there. And the gorgeous girlies certainly did enjoy their outing, didn't they, eh? And I started up my car and she was purring like a little kitten, wasn't she? Hey, there you go, no worries at all. So anyway, that was the servicing of my car. Good on you, young kids, and see you next time. Boo, it's your Uncle Arthur, isn't it? I never guess what? I'm going off fishing with my young niece Becky to my very private fishing spot, aren't I, eh? I'll just work out from the markings on the trees where it is, and it's right there, isn't it, eh? But it didn't matter, as we went down there, I said, mind your little feeties there, young Becky, and we'll set up camp just here. It's a beautiful spot, it really is. We're going to have a marvellous day, and we'll get a couple of rocks and throw them into the water like that, and boom, we're throwing them in there. There was a couple of old fishermen saying, oh, Uncle Arthur, the fish are really biting today. I said, thank you very much, and I had a bit of a surprise in my basket, a new lure, didn't I? But I brought it, made it up for the night before, and didn't it look marvellous? The fish will be biting like blazes. And young Becky had a bit of a knot in a fishing line, so I give it to me. I'm fairly experienced with this sort of thing. We'll fix that up for you all nice and neat and tidy. Thank you very much. She said, I said, I'll just go and finish it off over here. And she said, well, I'll just get myself a bit of a stick and make myself a little bit of a fishing rod out of an old bit of string there. I said, no worries at all. You probably won't have much luck, but see how you go. And I said, I've got my line there, and watch me, I'm a very professional caster. And 1, 2, 3, and woo, we've cast it all the way into the middle of the river, haven't we, eh? On straight away, Uncle Arthur, weren't they, eh? So I wound them in, and wasn't I a lucky boy? I really was. I had, whoa, 1, 2, 3, 4 fishies on my very first one, didn't I, eh? And the blokes in the boat said, Uncle Arthur, I wish we could catch some fish like that. I said, oh, well, there you go, I'll throw these ones in for you, and I'll probably be able to catch some more for myself a little bit later on, won't I? Young Becky, she had a funny old fishing rod in there, was having a little bit of beginner's luck, wasn't she, eh? And have a look at Uncle Arthur, he's winding them in, and look what he's got. It's a lively old thing too. So I'll put those up there, and maybe your Auntie Dawn and I might have a bit of a garage sale later on. And young Becky, she's having even more beginner's and I was like, isn't she, eh? And I said, you're doing very well. And then I thought I'd put my very special fishing waders on, I did. So I put the old right leg into the righty hole there and the lefty into the lefty hole. And 1, 2, 3, you pull them on and you can wander right out in the middle of the river, can't you, eh? And you'll never get your little panties wet. Had a little bit of a problem getting them on, but it wasn't long before I had them all nice and neat and tidy. And don't I look like a professional fisherman now? I really do. So I wandered down to the river. I was getting very excited. I thought, I'll get down there. I'll have him run down to the water. And have a look at that, no worries at all. And I'm out in the water on the lines in there, and whoa, I got a big bite, didn't I? I must have been a huge fish. So when I'm fighting him there and I'm pulling him in, and whoa, look at that. It really is. So I got him off the line and I held him up, and look out, and boom, there you go. Look out, little fishy there. So I wandered back to show Becky and show him my marvellous fish, and I saw one of the other fishermen, and he said, oh, hello, Uncle Arthur, there you must be a mason just like me. And gave me a super handshake, didn't he, eh? And I said, no worries, I'll see you down the lodge another time. There you go. And I kept on shaking out the little fishies there. And I went back and saw little Becky. I said, whoa, look at what I've got here, young Becky. And she said, look, I've cooked up the fish. Oh, really nice for you, Uncle Arthur. I said, I'll just put that little fishy over there, mate. I know what is it all. You're a gorgeous girlie, you really are. And a little bit after lunch, we said, we'll go for a bit of a paddle on the river, won't we? I said, young Becky's there. She's paddling away. She wasn't a bad paddler. But I said to her, hey, come on, give your old Uncle Arthur a bit of a go. You really got to know what you're doing. I'm fairly experienced to this sort of thing. So I hopped in there and I started to row. I said, you really got to give it a good go like that so you won't have any sort of accidents, and power it along. And she's saying, you really are a marvellous paddler, Uncle Arthur. I'm fairly experienced at that sort of thing. And we pulled her into the little old jetty there and we tied her. I said, go and get a bit of an ice cream, young Betty. And I tied up with a double half-hitch bowline reef knot there, nice and neat and tidy and as secure as ever, isn't it, eh? And I took the opportunity to have a little bit of 40 weeks, didn't I, eh? So I put my head down. It wasn't long before I dozed off, didn't I, eh? And young Becky was up there getting too beautiful, I said, and I was snoring away there in the beautiful boat on the beautiful river. And then a funny old girl, she decided that she really didn't want an ice cream and asked somebody else if they'd like an ice cream as well. He said, there you go. And she thought to herself, well, I'll let Uncle Arthur have a little bit of a sleep and I'll run off and play, won't I? I was nice and safe. And a little bit later on, I'd floated a little bit down the river. I'd realised how much the place had changed, because they really had built a building on the river a little bit further down, hadn't they, eh? But it didn't really matter, because a little bit of a man came down this very special speedboat, didn't he? He said, hello, Uncle Arthur, can you tell us where the very special fishing spot is? I said, no worries at all. I'll just hop into your boat very carefully there, no worries at all. And young Becky said, oh, Uncle Arthur, thank you very much for coming with us. Anyway, that was my trip fishing. Good on you, young kids, and see you next time. She said, would you give me $5, Uncle Arthur? I said, no worries. And in the sea you go over a marvellous afternoon. There's a directory there. Look at all the wonderful animals, and I wonder what kind of animal that is there. I thought that'll be interesting. So I wandered off to the very first cage there, and what sort of animal this one, I wonder. So I wandered inside and had a bit of a look. It was very dark in there. I couldn't see anything. So I wandered back out. They must have all been asleep, but I think I heard one snoring, didn't I, eh? And then I went over to the very educational monkey cage, didn't I, eh? And there are all the monkeys there, and it's very educational for all the kiddies to have a look how the animals take care of themselves. And it was marvellous. Oh, there, I thought to myself, that's not what the sort of thing that kiddies should be looking at. I said, no, take your eyes away from that. And the girlie's saying, oh, no, it's quite all right. And I said, I'm going to complain to the supervisor. You can't have that sort of thing. And there's an old elephant there. And I'm saying, do you remember me back in '56 when I was only 5, do you? And he said, oh, yes, I do remember you, Uncle Arthur. He said, no worries at all. That was a good time, wasn't it, there? And here I am at the lion's cage, aren't I? And I've got some whiskers there with a little lion. Yum, 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 yum. And then the man came over and said, oh, Uncle Arthur, don't worry about that. If you give us that to us, we'll feed the lions for you a little. I said, there you go, that'll be right, thank you very much. And then I wandered over to the wonderful butterfly house, didn't I? And I went inside and there were butterflies everywhere, flying here and flying there, and if you're very lucky, you might get a little butterfly to land on your hand. And oh, they were having fun, those butterflies, weren't they, eh? And out to see the bison, and Auntie Dawn gave me a little bit of rubbish out of the rubbish bin to feed to them, saying, lunchy time, and the man's come over and said, are you feeding the bison? I'm saying, yes, I am. It's beautiful food. It's so nice, I'd even like to eat it myself. Yum, 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 yum. It really is nice, isn't it, eh? And perhaps you'd like some as well. He said, no, thanks, Uncle Arthur, I've had lunch. Anyway, I said, see you later, and there you go. Off to the new panda cage, and I'm looking for the pandas. Where are the... Oh, the pandas got out! The pandas got out! I'm saying, look out, everybody! Don't worry, Uncle Arthur's here, I'll save him. 1, 2, 3, and boom! We'll get the panda back into the cage, all nice and safe and sound, no worries at all. And if you want to have a look in there, you'll see the panda young girlie is in there, because Uncle Arthur put him back where he belonged, didn't he, eh? And over to the gorilla cage, and isn't it amazing how gorillas are just like human beings, isn't it, eh? And there's me having fun saying hello to Mr. Gorilla, and there's the man again saying hello, Uncle Arthur. And I've just got a little bit of something on my lip there, and no worries at all. I'll wander off to see some more animals. And there were the young kiddies having a bit of a fun. I said, give the camera to me, and you up on the shot there, young girl, and we'll get you all in the photograph. But I couldn't fit you all in, so we'll go back a bit like that, and back a bit, and 1, 2, boom, there you go, and we've got a marvellous photograph. And if you just like over to the animal nursery, and here I am, and I wonder what sort of animals they got in there. And little girlie's got a little wombat, isn't she? She'd like to have a bit of a cuddle, Uncle Arthur. I said, would I ever? And he was a cuddly old friendly animal, wasn't he? Eh? It was wonderful to cuddle him. But anyway, it was about the great flight birdie Avery, and I've got a bit of cuddly fish, haven't I, eh? So when we go just like that to have a say hello to the little birdies, and out we go just like that, and the birdies said hello to me in their own sort of special way, didn't they? The only thing was I didn't eat the cuttlefish, but it was time for a little bit of lunch, and I sat down with my special lunch that Auntie Dawn gave me, and I looked around and the sign said that it wasn't quite feeding time yet, so I had a little bit of a wait before I was allowed to have my lunch, wasn't I, eh? But it didn't matter, and I found a beautiful spot a bit later on, and I thought I'd settle myself down on a bit of a rock and put a bit of a napkin on an old rock there, and I'll have a beautiful picnic lunch there. And I've got a bit of a sandwich and a bit of muesli cake and a cup of tea, and it's a beautiful, relaxing afternoon. And the only thing was I didn't realise that it was a bit of a little tortoise, wasn't it? Oh, yes, it was. Hello, Uncle Arthur. Can I join you in a bit of lunch? And I said, no worries, if you just come back with my sandwich, we might be able to both enjoy. So if you come around here, we'll do a bit of a trick and turn him around and come this way, come this way. He was a friendly old fella, and come around there, and look out, there you go. I'm saying, if I could just get me, oh, there goes my cup. Oh dear, I do, a special one that Auntie Dawn gave me. If I just come down over this way, I'll get my bag, and if I could just pop around the side of you there, you friendly old fella, I might be able to get the tablecloth off there and my sandwich, and perhaps, if you don't mind, I might go and eat my lunch a little bit somewhere else, because I wouldn't want to interrupt your feeding time, would I there, young fella? So I wandered off and said, see you later, Mr. Tortoise, and thanks for your time. And by that time I was feeling a little bit tired. I thought it's about our time I had a bit of 40 winks. I found a beautiful bit of hay, and I put my head down, and it wasn't long before I sort of laid a bit down further, put my legs up, and I was off to sleepy, sleepy land. All the wonderful animals that I saw of the zoo. Anyway, that was my trip to the zoo. Good on you, young kids, and see you next time. what's your name?
I'm Daryl, Uncle Arthur.
How are you there, young Darren?
And
What's your name?
No, Daryl.
Hello, Debbie.
He's a bit hard of hearing.
Hi. Oh, there's a big stuffed animal, isn't it?
I'm not
oh, no.
Uncle Arthur, we're doing your show here. I'm sorry, we're doing your show, you know.
Oh, no, I was driving past with young Jason. I thought I'd pop in and have a bit of a wander and a look around. So carry on with. Are we on the telly? Are we? There we are over there, aren't we, eh? Oh, the gourd!
The draft horse.
Is that dressed up? Yeah, are there two blokes inside? Oh, no, I don't think there is. That's a real one.
Have a carrot.
Smells like. Anyway, carry on with your morning show. I'll just watch.
Look around. Right?
Well,
thank you very much.
Thanks,
Fritz,
Tell us about the donkey.
just ignore him.
Well, she's about 7 years old nowadays, but as I said, she's quite a well-known donkey because of her acting abilities, but she's extremely tame. But I did like to make the point that there are a lot of wild donkeys throughout the outback of Australia, particularly in South Australia, and they're destroying a lot of the habitat in which the native animals live. But that's just one aspect of them. As a pet, they're an absolutely wonderful animal, and I'm sure there's a lot of kids at home that actually feed them. They do eat a lot, and they've got to be wormed every now and then, otherwise they eat even more.
Oh,
Mate,
yes.
thank you for bringing these in. We have to go for another week, so we'll see you again with some more animals soon.
Thanks.
What we're going to do, actually, is go and join our early... well, I nearly did it, our Club 10 dancers. And they got a song. Uncle Arthur, he's gone. He's all right. We're safe. We're going to join our Club 10 dancers, and he's... What's it called? She Wants to Dance With Me. There.
Next to me, she wants to dance with me, 'cause I let her be what she wants to be.
What are you doing with our dancers?
I was just wandering past an awful beautiful girl. He's joined me in with their dance.
We told you to stay out of the way.
Oh, no, it was a bit of fun. Didn't they do a marvellous job dancing around like that? Give them a big round of applause. They really are.
What's
Darren.
Auntie Dawn going to say? No, it's Daryl.
Oh, Daryl, sorry.
What's Auntie Dawn going to say if she sees you with these young ladies?
I don't know. I think she'll be all right. She'd like to give them each one of them a little bit of muesli cake, and that keeps us regular as clockwork. That certainly does, doesn't it, eh?
I don't know what we're going to do with him. He keeps getting in the way. Actually, I think
no.
we got something we might be able to use you on something very special.
Oh, that'll be a pleasure.
You like that? You want? Yeah.
Aye?
No, that's all right. We'll go to a break and we'll see if Uncle Arthur can help us out on this something very special after the break.
What happens here?
Oh, well, there's steps up there, and up here you get a beautiful view of the audience.
Oh.
You can see
Your house.
You can see your house.
Dawn.
Yes.
Would I be able to get up there, would I?
Look, you go up there and have a little see.
You can have a little bit of a wave.
Do you think I should, boys and girls?
Yeah!
All right, then. Here we go.
Bye, Uncle Arthur.
And we'll tell everyone about our viewers that have written in. It's Candice Neville.
Pre-draw that.
I've drawn these out already.
What's that
Candice
first step?
Neville from Curramundi in Queensland. Now, Candice wants number 5. Kylie Henderson from Victor Harbour
You
in
be
South Australia
careful
wants
now.
number 7. And Tiani Day from Brunswick wants number 8. So
idea.
there's the 3 numbers.
Just sit down there and have a look at the view you get.
Hang your feet over the side and dangle them away.
Nice view, isn't
Yeah,
it?
just
Isn't it nice?
it's like being on the rocks, isn't it? Rocks overlooking the seaside.
It's a marvellous view. It really is.
Yeah, have a bit of it.
Oh, good catch. There we are. Oh, you should have.
He wears scarves.
We have to take care of a little bit of business down here.
Oh, no worries. Carry on. I'll just look at the beautiful view.
All right.
Good
Here we go. Number 5's the first one. All right?
Okay.
So here we go. Little start. Let's do it. Number 1.
Little stuff. You're sounding like him.
Rubbing off on me.
Good
Number
fun, isn't it?
2.
Oh!
Everything all right up there?
I'm having marvellous fun up here.
You don't want a cup of tea or something?
No, I'll be right.
You're
thank
okay?
you.
All right, number 3.
I don't know.
He's all right, Marty, you think? Yeah. Number 4.
No.
For Candice Neville from Curramundi. Number 5.
Oh, no way.
Sorry, Candice. For Kylie. Number 6.
No, it must be getting close, Daryl.
For Kylie Henderson.
You and
Number
Jeff there,
7.
Uncle Arthur. 3 more to go.
Sorry,
3 more.
Tiani Day wants number 8. Here we go. Number 8.
Ah! What happened, Marty? What happened?
I heard it. It usually
What did you
goes.
do? Supposed to go on 8. It was working before I tested it. Staging!
What's going on down
Oh,
there?
no, look, nothing.
Oh, nothing.
Just a little.
Wait on, wait on.
you want me to try it out?
Are you ever playing some scallywags on a
No, not...
No, us.
You...
Would you like to come down for a minute because we just want to check something?
Marty, what's going wrong?
You know, I was
Was
sitting
it all...
today and I was right.
Yeah?
1, 2, 3.
Oh, no! Oh, no!
The furry thing broken!
Why don't you break that
I'll
again?
come down there and give you a darn good funny record drumstick for mucking
Okay,
around
come.
like that.
Come down here, Uncle Arthur. I don't know what happened to
He
that.
really is an innocent person,
I know.
isn't he?
Help! Help! I can't get down!
You help him, mate.
Help!
Tiani, we're going to give you our jackpot, and we should actually ask Boz to tell us about the prizes. Tell us about the prizes,
Well,
Boz.
jackpot prize is a picture of this game from Kids Biz. Now, just for entering the competition, if you're a girl, you win a panda, a photo album from Kids Biz. If you're a boy, an Air Cargo C7 and a photo album from Kids Biz.
Thanks. Hello. What's happening down here?
Marty,
Yeah.
you leave him alone.
Okay, so that's Marty's lucky drop. You all right?
You're all right, too, eh?
I'm fine. Lucky I landed on him. He broke me fall a minute. And you're right.
Uncle Arthur, that's very dirty.
That's from my birthday cake.
Oh, was it your birthday today?
Oh, it was my birthday a few days ago, and I went to the Swagman restaurant.
Oh, you're kidding.
Had a marvellous time, and I'll be on the comedy company this Sunday night.
Oh, wonderful.
Uncle Arthur, listen, we'll let you show the rest of your relatives around the station. I'm sure you've got lots to show them.
Thank you very much, and carry on with the marvellous show that you're doing.
Thank you, Uncle. A big round of applause for Uncle Arthur. All right, we'll take a break as he toodles off there into the sunset.
There isn't a day, and it's my birthday, and I'm off to the Swagman restaurant. Going in the front door with some special friends of mine. I'm looking forward to a marvellous evening. On the special waiter showed us to our very own table, and we sat down and we said we're going to have a beautiful night. And I said to the young fellow, where's the smorgasbord? I'm looking forward to something really nice to win. He said, you'd like to pop over there and get yourself a little bit of food. You can really up and do it there. And look at that, it was food everywhere. So I thought, have a bit of that there and a little bit of that. And the man said, no, I can give you a plate if you like. I said, thank you very much. I'll pop it onto a plate and I'll have a little bit of that salad there. And a little bit of that salad there, yum, 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 yum. And a little bit of that salad there, oh, look at all the beautiful food. And a bit further there, and I thought, oh, they haven't got enough room on my plate, so I'll pop a little bit of that one back there, a little bit of that one back in there, and we'll get a little bit more room on our plate so we can get a whole lot more salad. And, ooh, that's a nice one there, isn't it, eh? And on top of that, one little champion, weren't we, eh? And look at all the beautiful hot food. Oh, what would you like, Uncle Arthur? The man's saying, I'll have all of it, please, thank you very much, and have a look at that. And I moved up a bit forward for a nice little bit of fruit, and I'll just get myself one teeny weeny apple, won't I, eh? That would be very nice for sweets, won't it, eh? And I popped it on, there was more food everywhere, I couldn't believe how much food there was. And then I went back to my table with a beautiful plate of food, didn't I, eh? And young Doris said, can I have a bit, Uncle Arthur? I said, no, there's plenty more over there if you'd like some. You've got yourself a nice little drinky. And I looked around for mine, and there it was. I got rid of the barrels just like that, and I drank it all down, didn't I? The only thing it was tasted just like water to me. It really did. And there's a present. And I thought, thank you very much. I'll open that very carefully and save the paper for Christmas. And guess what it was? It was a beautiful pair of slippers, wasn't it? And I popped that down there with all my other presents. And then I thought I'll go back to the smorgasbord and get a beautiful steaky. And I wandered back to the table, I looked up and a pair of brown old eyes were looking on me. And I thought to myself, well, it might be a bit of a relation, so I'll just keep that out of the way so he doesn't get upset. All right, and then no worries at all. And I sat back down, I thought, look at that, and I said, have a bit of a drink, a champagne piney for your birthday, and look, Well, I don't normally drink, but oh, it did taste nice, didn't it? Oh, there you go, no worries at all. And then a photographer came over and said, how would you like a memory of the evening? I thought, that's a beautiful camera you got there, isn't it, eh? He said, oh, there you go. And he took the camera and, whoa, he must have been having a bit of a drink himself because he went a little bit funny and did a special dance onto the dance floor, didn't he, eh? And then the waiter came over and said, if you'd like to come out this way, Mr. Photographer, we'll fix you up, won't we, eh? And then the compere came out and said, I think there might be a bit of a birthday in the audience. And I knew that they must have been talking about yours truly, Uncle Arthur. So I stood up and there was a cakey for me. So I blew all the candles out and gave her a bit of a kiss. And as it worked out, it was for the little girlie on the But it didn't matter, it was still my birthday and I was having fun and I brought myself a doggy bag to save all the food that I didn't eat, and I thought I'd take it home to old Podger the dog at home, so I put it all in there, all nice and neat and tidy, and I think everybody else wished that they'd brought a doggy bag as well. And then the compere came out and said, would you like to get up onto the dance floor and have a bit of a twirl? And I said to young Doris, come on, let's get up on the dance floor for a bit of a spin around. And she said, no worries, Uncle Arthur, let's show them how we do it. And I said, away we go, around like that. And then I thought to myself, why don't we do a bit of a young dance like all the little kiddies are doing? And we started to spin around there, and I thought, have a bit of a dance with the other girls at the same time, won't I? And I'm very clever on the dance floor. Everyone was very impressed with the way I was dancing, weren't they? I was going to and fro, and then I decided that I'd had a little bit too much to eat and to drink, so I thought I'd better say a man about a dog, and I toddled up the side of the dance floor, and that's where I was going off to the gents, wasn't I, eh? And then they got to a very special part of the evening. It was the floor show, wasn't it, eh? And all the girlies had put on beautiful twinkly dresses, and they had all feathers sticking out of their bottoms, didn't they, eh? And they went onto the floor, and they were singing, and they were dancing, and I came out of the gents, and I'd got a load off my mind, hadn't I, eh? And I felt a whole lot better. So I wandered out and I looked around and I popped my little head around the corner. I thought to myself, well, it must be a fancy dress, mustn't it, eh? And they're all dressed up, so I'll join in there and have a bit of a sing and a dance with them at the same time. And it was marvellous, and I thought to myself, I'll show them what Uncle Arthur can do. And I stepped forward and I did a little bit of a step like that, and I spin like that, and I put it like that. And I think all the kids were enjoying me having me there, weren't they, eh? And then the man started singing a song, so I thought to myself, I'll even sing a bit of a song with the man at the same time. I don't know what it was, but I think it sounded good, didn't it, eh? And then another man came over and said, Uncle Arthur, there's a surprise for you over here, there's a surprise for you. And I said, no, thank you very much, I'm enjoying myself here on the dance floor, right? And he said, no, if you'll come with me, I'll show you a very special surprise. And you know what it was, that's right, it was my birthday cake! And I blew out all the candles. Anyway, that was my trip to the Swagman restaurant. Good on you, young kids, and see you next time. The door and boom, the balls have fallen out, I'm saying. Come back, balls, I'm saying. And they're running all the way down the sidewalk, aren't they? All the way down there, I'm saying. Come back, you little scallywag, and oh dear, it's gone down the grate. But it didn't matter, I had 3 other balls to play with, didn't I? And here's my teammates there. It's old Tommy O'Brien there. How are you there, young Tommy? You put it all there. You're a funny old fella. There's the skipper, old Cecil Hurdle there. He's a terrific bloke, but he doesn't know about bowls. And Doris Edgley, she's a gorgeous girlie, isn't she, eh? And there's her husband, Bob. Anyway, we were looking forward to a marvellous day's bowling, weren't we, eh? And there's a beautiful afternoon tea, and have a look at that, a wonderful trophy that we're all playing for. Wandered onto the green, and have a look at that, that's the ball I lost, isn't it, eh? So thank you very much for finding that for me. Putting down my very special bowling mat there and lining it up nice and neat and tidy, all ready for bowl number 1, aren't I, eh? And I'm getting myself all set there, and away we go, and whoop the daisy, I'm just showing them there. that I've been a bowler for a number of years and I know exactly what I'm doing on a bowling green, don't I? With a bit of a Dennis Lilly rub there and feel the wind and just make sure that everything's there where it should be. No worries at all. Thank you very much. Okay, back onto the mat. All ready for bowl number one, and a very special one. Away we go. A little bit of elevation on that one there. So I thought, well, while nobody's looking at this, that one, and I'll take him back and have another bowl. So I had a bit of a fuzzy around and I found the ball, and there was a bit of a nasty mark on the green, so I fixed up that as well. We'll go back and have a bit of another shot. And here's Cecil saying, now, Uncle Arthur, in from the left-hand side. I'm saying, no worries at all. 1, 2, 3, and whoop, boom, there you go. A little bit too much bias on there to the left-hand side. I think it might have been a little something on the balls, a little bit. And look out, and whoop, that was the old afternoon tea there. And I got a bit of cakey all over my ball there, didn't I, eh? So I thought I'll have a bit of a cakey while I'm here. And I'll wander off and find myself a bit of a tap and giving me ball a bit of a squirt and clean him up all nice and neat and tidy, so I can have a good afternoon's bowling, can't I, eh? So I found a little bit of a dribble coming out of there, and I go with a darn good clean, I really do. It was all nice and neat and tidy, and back to the old bowling we go, no worries at all. And have a look at that beautiful ball after it's all nice and cleaned up, eh? So I'll just chase him down there and make sure he's going in the right direction, won't I, eh? All the way right up towards the little white kitty, and it's only that far away, and that means that we're 2 up, aren't we, eh? No worries at all. Afternoon tea time. Have a little bit of a cup of tea and a bit of a sit down on a very special seat, and look out, I didn't know, did I, eh? But it was an old roller, wasn't it, eh? And they're all saying, Uncle Arthur, what are you doing on the old roller there? And I'm saying, I'm in control, don't worry about me. And they're saying, come back this way, Uncle Arthur, come back this way, we're playing bowls. I said, I'll be there in a minute, no worries, here I come. Here I am. And they're saying, oh, no worries at all, Uncle Arthur, good on you there, and look out, I think we'll have a bit of fun too. And hey, there was the last end of the day, and here's the skipper saying, give it a darn good 1, 2, 3, a darn good drive. So 1, 2, and drive it down there, and whoop, there you go. All around the green, and they're all playing Uncle Arthur and doing a special dance out there. Right next to the kitty, so that meant I was the winner of the bowling for the day. Anyway, that was my trip to the bowls. Good on you, young kids, and see you next time. I never guess what? That's right, we're going on a camping holiday down at the beach. And here we are pulling in with a car all stacked to the camping spot that we've been going to for 25 years. And there's a couple of kids on the spot, and I'm saying if we're very careful, we can probably both get onto the camping spot. So if we just move over a little bit like that, we can both have a marvellous holiday. Good on you, and thank you for helping your old Uncle Arthur with moving all that stuff there, and just make sure it's nice and clean and tidy for our beautiful tent that we'll be putting up shortly, won't we, eh? So we'll just unpack everything like that, and whoa, there you go, and boom, the wheels they fell down on old Uncle Arthur's head and bang the pegs in, and look out there! There's the young fella, he's saying, ooh, I've got a bit of a headache, haven't I, eh? And I'm saying, have you seen my hammer there, young fella? He didn't know, did he? He was in another world, wasn't he, eh? And up goes the tent, and doesn't it look fun? I don't think I put it up exactly right, but there you go, I fixed him up, and it was just like home. It needed one more little thing, a gnome, didn't it, eh? So we'll pop him out that front, and have a look at that. Umaro Uno, which means close to the tap when translated, doesn't it, eh? And we'll go over there to make a beautiful cup of tea, won't we, eh? So we'll wander off to the tap, it wasn't too far away, hop over the ropes like that, and there we are at the tap, and we'll just fill him up and say hello to the few people around the place. How are you there? And they're saying, oh, just here, I'm getting some water to make a beautiful cup of tea, aren't I, eh? And back I go all the way to my camping spot, all ready to make a lovely pot of brew. Only thing was, the blessed thing must have had a bit of a hole in it, because when I got back, there was no water at all, was there, eh? So I had to toddle off again. And down the beach, a bit later on that day, sand was a little bit hot, and I find a towel there, went onto a little bit of grass there. Oh, it was a very hot day, wasn't it? Here's a bit of an idea. A girl, he said, hop in my shadow, that'll make sure you don't get burnt feet. I'm saying, no worries, thank you there, young girlie. It really does help when it's a little bit hot on the sand. And down to a special spot on the beach, all set up for a beautiful day. It was a marvellous day with a banana lounge, and put him down there and put him round the right way. Make sure he's all nice and neat and tidy, and put a bit of a towel on there. And make sure we put a little bit of a slippery slap on there, and put him under the nose, and look out there. And make sure we wipe him off there, and look, a little bit left on the fingers, and I'd slipped and I'd stopped, and I couldn't remember what to do, so I looked around. That's right, you slap him onto a bit of paper like that, and there it's all nice and neat and tidy, isn't it? Ain't no worries at all, yes it is. And hello there, young fella, I'm saying, he's saying, hello Uncle Arthur, I'm having fun, and then he disappeared. He must have swallowed one or something like that. All ready for a beautiful bit of lunch, a bit of cake, and a lovely egg sandwich that Auntie Dawn made for me. Only thing was, I needed a plate, and someone said, here's a plate for your Uncle Arthur. I said, no worries at all, that'll do fine, thank you very much. Yum, 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 I'm enjoying my lunch, and I'm making a bit of a sandcastle, aren't I, eh? Well, there's a beauty, and a little girl next to me is making one too. I'm saying, what's that over there? Whoa, there you go. I'm making a very special sandcastle, and having a bit of a game of volleyball. Give me a shot, Uncle Arthur. 1, 2, 3, boom, there you go. And oh, look out, no worries at all. They thought they'd bury me up to my neck in sand, didn't they? And I said, that's fine. And I thought, oh, I'll give the kids a bit of a wave, won't I? No worries, I always enjoy a bit of fun. And back down, I got a little bit of sand on me, so I brushed all the sand off and threw all the sand off the towel there, no worries at all. They're saying, oh, Uncle Arthur, you're having fun, aren't you? And I'm having a little bit of a beautiful cakey there. And there's old Podger from up a few doors up, and I'm saying, off you go, Podger, go on, chase the stick, Podger, chase the stick. And I thought, oh, well, he's not going to chase the stick, so I better go and get it myself, hadn't I, eh? So I wandered over, and I found what I thought was the stick, but oh, look out there, and come water skiing with us, Uncle Arthur, come water skiing. And I'm saying, oh, well, I've fully experienced the water skiing, how about that, ain't no worries at all. And whoa, okay, thank you very much, I'll hop right off about here, won't I, eh? That was marvellous fun, thank you very much. I really did enjoy a little bit of a water ski, didn't I, eh? So I waddled back in there to the water. I'd had a wonderful day, hadn't I? I brushed myself down all nice and neat and tidy, and I decided to wander back to the campsite, didn't I? And it was the end of the holiday, that's right. So I packed it up and left the sign there, so that'll be our spot again next year, and hopped into the car and ready to all go off the way home, wasn't I? And I said goodbye to the kids next door. See you later, young kids. And they said, see you later, Uncle Arthur. It was wonderful having a holiday with you. See you later. Anyway, young kids, that's my trip to the beach. Good on you there, and see you next time. And guess what? I'm going for a ride on an aeroplane, aren't I? To see my little niecey, and I've got some beautiful muesli cake for her, haven't I? And then a man came over and said, oh, that's a marvellous looking suitcase you got there, Uncle Arthur, isn't it? That's a pretty good one too, isn't it? And I said, it really is. You must be going on an aeroplane as well. And I took my bag up to the special place where you put your ticket in and you put your bag. He said, hop up under there. And then he said, no, Uncle Arthur, just put your bag on there and you can hop down. And then he said, we'll get you to put that on as well. And I said, you're not going to take that on the aeroplane. Well, you'll have to put it into the testy unit, he said. And I said, all righty then, we'll pop him in there as easy as pie, won't we, eh? So we put him on there and gave a bit of a poke and a push and a pull, and it fitted in there nice and neat and tidy, no worries at all, yes I did. And we took it all down there onto the aeroplane, the little testy unit and so forth, and I went up to the beautiful airy hostesses, and they said, no, you won't leave the little test unit there with an Uncle Arthur, we'll just pull him out 1, 2, 3, boom, like that. And I said, I don't know why they gave it to me in the first place. I prefer those trolleys anyway, but there you go. So we popped onto the aeroplane. A, B, C, D, where's my seat? I can't find it. I'm looking around. Where is it? And there it was, right in front of me there. So I sat down all nice and neat and tidy and said hello to the bloke next to me. He said, "How do you do, Uncle Arthur?" I said, "I'll just unpack that if you like to hang on to that there for me. And we'll put my old cover up there, up at the top there, out of the way. And we'll sit back down and get all my paraphernalia ready for the trip on the aeroplane." So I pulled down the little flabby there, and I got my radio and my binoculars, and I got a map and everything so I can look out the window and follow the track that the aeroplane is taking. And the girl said, "Would you like some chewing gum for your ears?" So I said, "Thank you very much." So I popped him in there like that and made sure my ears were going to be okay, didn't I? And I folded my mappy up there, all nice and neat and tidy the way I found it, and I slipped my shoes off. I thought they might get a bit of a clean, just like they do on the trains. And then we took off, didn't we? Up into the air we go. We're flying. So I thought, I'll get my bloody camera out there, I'll take some cameras. And then the girlie bought presents for everybody. It was a thing that pop in your ears, just like that, and you can hear some marvellous music. So I find the old bit of rubbery end on there, and I get my rubbery wobbly thing and bug it into the old hole, and there's the music, and I'm singing along and having a marvellous time. And then the girlie, the hostess, who got up the front, and she started to do a bit of a dance to the music. So I joined in, and I was dancing and singing, and we were doing some old songs from the 50s and the 60s, and dancing around and having a marvellous time. Row, 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 you got it, really was marvellous. And the man said next to me, "But just like to keep it down a little bit," and I said, "No worries at all." And I thought to myself, I'll have a beautiful sandwich, a pig trotter sandwich, didn't I? And I said, "Would you like to share that with me?" He said, "No, thank you very much, Uncle Arthur." And Auntie Dawn had given me a beautiful thermos with a lovely cup of tea in it. So I took the lid off, and we had a bit of turbulence, didn't we? And I said, "There you are, there's a bit of a cup of tea for you. You can have that, it'll probably make you feel a whole lot better." I thought I'd take the opportunity to toddle off to the toilet. I said to the girlie, "Where's the dunnies?" I said, and she said, "If you'd like to go all the way up to the front of the aeroplane there, you'll see where the toilet is." I went up there and I knocked on the door, made sure it was all nice and empty, and I went in there. It was a marvellous toilet with knobs everywhere, wasn't there? And a couple of blokes as well. I don't know why there was two of them in there, but I thought they'd best be left by themselves, didn't I? And then I saw a telephone, so I thought I'd give Auntie Dawn a bit of a ring and tell her that I'm up in the air safe and sound. And I said, "Hello, Auntie Dawn, hello, Auntie Dawn, can you hear me?" And I didn't have enough 20 cents because it didn't work very well. No, it didn't really at all. And I sat back down again, didn't I, And they brought around a bit of beautiful afternoon tea, didn't they, A lovely bit of a bookie in a plastic pack. Had a bit of a problem getting it open, and it didn't matter, there was still some beautiful bookies inside, wasn't there, So I got them down and we had some turbulence again, and we were going boom, boom, and I started to feel a little bit bilious. And I thought I'd wind down the window, and they didn't want to wind down the window, so I called the girlie up. I said, "I'm going to be bilious, I'm going to be bilious." And the man next to me said, "Use the bag." And I thought, "Oh, there you go, that feels a little bit better." And there you go again, it feels a whole lot better, doesn't it, And I was feeling a little bit tired after that, so I thought I'd go off into dreamy, dreamy land. I had a marvellous dream that I was back in the Air Force, and I was in the fighter plane. It was young Uncle Arthur, the fighter pilot, looking out for the aeroplanes. And there's one there, so I brought him around and was ready to shoot him down. And I fired him down, boom, just like that, didn't I? And there was another one, so we bunked him around, and we were doing a marvellous job. And we did a whizzy all the way around in the air, but I was having fun and shooting down the enemy, wasn't I? And then the little hostie came over and said, "Uncle Arthur, we were landing, you better get your parachute." So I reached down and found the parachute. It was a bit of a funny-looking parachute, wasn't it, But we didn't need it. And then my shoes came back, and they're all nice and clean, ready to put back on. And we were on the ground, weren't we? It was a marvellous trip on the aeroplane. And I got up, and there was my little niecey Janie, and I gave her the beautiful muesli cake. I think it was muesli cake, didn't I? Anyway, that was my trip on a plane. Good on you, young kids, and see you next time. Your Uncle Arthur, isn't it? And I'm off shopping, aren't I? I've got got my little shopping list there. I'm going up to the automatic doors, and you just put your foot out like that, and the doors open automatically, don't they, eh? You've got to be persistent, and boom, there they go, all automatic and everything. And in the door I go into the shop, and doesn't it look marvellous? I'm looking for a new pair of undies, don't I, eh? And the man said, can I give you a bit of a hand there? I said, show us some undies. And he said, how about these ones? And I said, oh, no, thank you very much. I think they might get up my nose. There you go. No, I don't want those ones. I'll look around for some that I might want. And there they are there. And he said, oh, no, Uncle Arthur, they're a duster. And I said, I don't care what brand they are. You can wrap those ones up for me. And he said, no worries at all. Is there anything else you might like? And I said, I'd like a brand new Singy, I said. And he said, well, have you got the size? I said, yeah, something like this I'd like. If you can find something like that, it'll be marvellous. And he said, no worries at all. If you like to come out the back, we'll get a brand new Singy for you. And there was a handbag sale on, so I thought I'd get Auntie Dawn a brand new handbag, and then I went there fossicking around for a new handbag. Where's my handbag? Where's my handbag? Excuse me, I'm saying, excuse me, and I got a beautiful one for Auntie Dawn, didn't I, eh? And then the lady said, that was my handbag, Uncle Arthur. I said, I'm a bit of a silly duffer, and off I went to do some more shopping. And I had to get a new pair of stockings for Auntie Dawn, didn't I? So I went to the stocking shop, and I look around, and there's all the rudy clothes everywhere. So I covered my eyes and made sure I didn't see anything very rude, and whoops a daisy, I wandered into there and said hello to a lady who was trying out some rudy clothes. And I wandered over to the stocking counter, didn't I, eh? Looked around for the extra large, and there they were down there, and I picked them up, and I pulled them out, and I still wasn't sure whether they were exactly the right size. And I had a bit of a look around, and I saw a lady, and I thought she might be able to give me a bit of a hand to work out my size. So I went over and said, excuse me, you mind if I measure on you? And she said, no worries, Uncle Arthur, that'll be fine. You can check them on me. I said, thank you very much. I'll just check there one more time. And there you go. I think they're around about the right size. Thank you very much. And she said, no worries at all. And I wandered off again. And then the other lady came over and said, can I give you a bit of a hand, Uncle Arthur? And I said, no worries at all. I've been handling women's underpants for years. I really have them. I'll just get that there. And perhaps if you can just give me a bit of a hand, I'll get it slightly tangled, and then we'll just go over around for you, and we can wrap it up, and we can take it home for Auntie Dawn, and everybody will be happy, won't we? Ain't no worries at all. And I was wondering then, I thought I'd get myself a bit of a haircut, didn't I? And we go for a choppy chop. And there was a haircutter named Vivian. He was a nice, a bit of a funny name. And he was saying what marvellous things he was going to do with my hair. He was going to do this and he was going to do that. I think I preferred my normal barber, didn't I? He did a bit of a funny thing on my head there. And I said, oh, look out, that's a bit of a silly haircut you've given me there. And I wandered off and I went down to get some beautiful lunch, didn't I? And there was some cakes there with a beautiful vanilla slice and a lovely bit of jockey cake. So I whacked that onto my tray, I moved down for some more food, and all the ladies were there saying, Uncle Arthur, you're enjoying a bit of afternoon tea, are you? And I said, yes I am, I might get myself one more little bit of a cakey there, mightn't I? Yes I will. And then I wandered around for some new shoes, and I found a beautiful pair of brand new shoes, didn't I? And didn't they look marvellous? And the man said, you can put those on and put your other ones in a box, and I put them on, and didn't they look beautiful? Only problem was that they pulled a little bit to the left, didn't they? I don't know why that was. Maybe they were a little bit folly, and pulled me around to the left again, they did, and they pulled me around to the left, all doing circles all afternoon I was. So it was sort of best if I took them off and perhaps, and I could walk properly again, couldn't I? And then there was a demonstration of a foodie processor, wasn't there, right? So I went around there and they're chopping up the veggies and they're chopping up the little carrots there, and boom, they started to chop up my tie, didn't I? Like, turn off the little thing I'm saying, you're chopping up my tie, look at your silly things done to my tie, you'd say, sorry, Uncle Arthur, I said, oh, don't you worry about that. Then I went to get some brand new nails for some jobs around the house, and I was looking around for the right size, and there it was there. So I got myself one of those nails there, and I got another size. I got two of those nails there, and I needed one other size, and there they were there in a packet. And then the man said, Uncle Arthur, you can't take those out of the packet. You have to buy the whole packet. I said, no, I only wanted 4, so I don't need the whole packet. Take them back. Anyway, I need to go to the toilet. Can you tell me where the toilets are, please? And he said, just over there, if you'd like to wander over. I thought, no worries, I'll hop over there because I need to go to the toilet. And I'm looking around, and I'm because they're right out in the open. But when nature calls, a man's got to do what a man's got to do, hasn't he? Ain't it? No, the toilet, I mean, I actually met the other ones over there. I said, oh, well, there you go. I'll go and look for those. So I wandered off and looked for the real toilet, and I'm wondering around, is that the door to the toilet? No, that wasn't the door to the toilet, and that wasn't the door there. So I went over the fly-wire doors, and they didn't open up to the dunnies, did they, eh? So I was getting a little bit frantic, and a sliding door didn't go to the toilet. Oh, I was saying, where's the toilet? Where's the toilet? I'm saying. So I wandered around there, and I'm still having a bit of a fuzzy around. I'm saying, I wonder where the toilets are, and I'm getting a little bit upset. And they're not down there. Well, there was woods and planks and ladders, but no toilets was there, right? And I was getting very worn out. Anyway, I found that toilet, and then I found some funny-looking girlies and had a bit of a sleep. Anyway, that was my trip to the shops. Good on you, young kids, and see you next time. Guess what? I'm off to the snow in a beautiful bus, and I met some gorgeous kiddies on the way up there, and we sang songs, and here I am coming out the door to the beautiful snow, and doesn't it look marvellous? There's bits of snow everywhere. And I wandered over to where they had all those little taxi trucks, and I said, can I give you a hand putting those up on the roof there? And I 1, 2, 3, boom, we'll throw it over there like that, and boom, we'll throw him there like that, and we'll make sure it's all nice, neat and tidy. He said, thank you very much, Uncle Arthur, and I hopped into the back of that taxi truck there, and all the beautiful girlies, and they said, hop in there, Uncle Arthur. I said, no worries, I'm looking forward to a marvellous day at the snow, and I put my special snowy shoes on, and I don't think anyone minded me putting them on in the back of the truck there, and it pulled up, and I was all ready to hop out there and wander around and have a look and have a really marvellous time. So I hopped down there, and they gave me a bit of a push and stood me up, and I wandered out, and before you know it, boom, I was having fun, wasn't I? And I looked around, and there was some kids throwing some snowy balls. I said, all righty, you throw us in a bit of another one. I'll have some fun with you. There you go, you scallywags. I knew those snowshoes would come in handy, didn't I, eh? And I wandered off, no worries at all, over to the ski scale, and I'm doing a lefties and a righties and bundling up the knees, and we're all having a bit of fun, aren't we, eh? And I said, thank you very much, Uncle Arthur. If you'd like to do your very special dance over there, we would appreciate that, no worries at all. And I thought, I'll take some photographs out on Boogie Street, and boy, one decided they'd fall over with some very special photographs, didn't they, eh? So I got a photograph of that little one there, just like that. There you go, and another one like that, and another one just like that, and they were marvellous photographs of the kids having fun, and I looked around for the team buller skiing team who do aerial robotics, don't they, eh? And up on the air they go, but I couldn't find them anywhere. I was looking around here, they must have been asleep, because I didn't see them anywhere around the place, but it didn't matter. I was still having fun, wasn't I, eh? And I wandered down and looked around for the beautiful view, and I thought, I'll try a bit of an echo, won't I, eh? I said, hello! And they said, hello, how are you, Uncle Arthur? I said, fine, thank you very much. And I decided I'd a little snowy bally down the little hill and see if it gets as big as they say. And there he goes. Look at me little ball go down the hill there. I was having fun. And I got a little bit worried because it got a little bit big, didn't I? And it was rolling all the way down towards the kids of what caught the bus up with. And they said, well, there's a bit of a snowball coming towards us. And I said, look, there goes my snowball. Are you having fun? And boom, there you go. It was the biggest snowball they'd ever seen in their life. And I wandered off. I thought, well, I won't be making another one of those. In for my lunch, I thought, in for the beautiful fire. And I put my little Handleys there. And I was looking forward to drying myself out because I'd got a little bit icy, hadn't I, eh? And that felt marvellous. It really did warm me up. As warm as toast, and all the girlies were saying, yes, it does feel better, doesn't Uncle Arthur? And I pulled my sockies off, all 8 pairs, and hung them out in front of the fire, didn't I, eh? So they'd be all nice and warm when I went out back into the snow. And I hopped this into some very special tea in a glass, and I had about 8 glasses of it, and it was beautiful. It warmed you up inside and made you feel a little bit funny as well. And there's one thing that you like to do when you've been having a drink of special drinks is to wander outside and go around a very special private place and have yourself a beautiful cup of tea, can't you, eh? Yum, 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 yum. Nothing like a thermos. And I looked around, and some of the kids were making a bit of a snowman that looked like yours truly. So I said, skedaddle, you little scallywags, I said. How do you? And I thought, oh dear, I know it doesn't look like me, does it? Or perhaps it does, and it doesn't look too bad. So I stood up nice and neat and tidy and thought it wasn't a bad job after all, didn't I, eh? And then I decided to go on the wonderful cherry lift. I said, how do you do there, young matey? And I said, I'll give you some money and you can give me a ticket. And he said, how much is it here? $48. And I said, no worries. And there you go there. And there's 20 cents. And about half an hour later, I found enough money to get a special ticket on the chair lift. And you just put yourself on there. I'm fairly experienced to this sort of thing. And I wandered out there. I didn't want that one. And I didn't want that one either. I was looking around. Where's the chair? I get onto this one. Well, I ain't no worries at all. And up the hill we went on the chair lift. And I thought, I'll pull out my lunch that Auntie Dawn gave me. And I opened up the packet. And look at that. It was a beautiful sandwich. I wanted to get a little bit frozen. So I thought I'll pop him back in there and maybe have him for a bit of afternoon tea, won't I? Ain't no worries at all. I thought it was a good opportunity to have a look around at the beautiful view and say hello to all the kids. How are you there, young kids, I'm saying? And I'm looking around and saying, isn't it marvellous up here at Mount Buller? And I'm saying hello and look at the view down there. Isn't that marvellous? And whoa, I decided to get a very special view, didn't I, eh? And I was hanging on and swinging and doing loopy-de-loopies and having a marvellous time on the chairlift. And I managed to get myself back on and I hopped off there. And the man said, are you right there, Uncle Arthur? I said, I'm fairly experienced at this sort of thing. I'm going to have a bit of a wander and a look around. And some kids went past and said, hello there, Uncle Arthur, how are you? And I said, no worries at all. And I'll show you how to do some very special skiing. And I hopped on there and away I went. And I'm skiing down there and I'm doing some loop-de-doos and some parallelies and a little bit of snowplow. And I didn't realise that I was actually a marvellous skier. I really was. All the way down the hill I went. And wasn't I having fun? And look at that, I really was a beautiful skier. As I went down the team, there's the team, they must have woken up. And then I went 1, 2, 3, there you go. Loop I did. And then they said you can be a member of our team. Anyway, that was my trip to the snow. Good on you, young kids, and see you next time. Well, it's your Uncle Arthur, isn't it? And have a guess what? I'm off to the home show, and I've got a bag for all the pamphlets, and I'm going to have a marvellous afternoon. So in the door I go, and look, there's exhibitions everywhere. I'm really going to have a marvellous day, aren't I, eh? So in I go, and into a beautiful kitchen, and I'm looking around. There's some pamphlets there, and look at all the little doors that open. There's drawers there, and there's a couple there, and there's a little oven in there. We'll have a look inside there, and isn't it marvellous opening all the doors, and a pantry in there as well. And look at there, there's more drawers and more cupboards, and there's places to look everywhere, isn't there, eh? And I was having a marvellous time looking at all the cupboards, and I left that exhibition and wandered into another exhibition and got some more pamphlets, and there were some more drawers to look at, and a typewriter, and look at it, even had a filing cabinet. So I had a bit of a look, and there was pamphlets everywhere. So I pulled a few pamphlets out, and the lady said, there's another marvellous exhibition down there, you can get some more pamphlets for yourself. And I said, thank you very much, young lady. And down to the lighting exhibition. There were lights everywhere, big ones and little ones, and it was like fairyland in there. Only thing was, one of the lights had gone boom and turned itself off, so I decided to get him out of there. Only problem was, it sort of went boom, didn't it, eh? So I put the globe down there, and I said to the young girlie, if you like to replace that one, everything will be okay, won't it, eh? And I went over to the bathroom display, and there was a special little thing with a tap on it, and you could even make a bit of a phone call on it, couldn't you, eh? And I wandered over to the unbreakable platies, and the man said, if you'd like to hang on to that, we'll give you a bit of a hammer and give a bit of a tap, and we'll show you how it's unbreakable. So I went boom like that, there you go, and I give it a bigger one. He said, give it a really big one. I thought, this is marvellous. And I thought, I'll give that one a bit of a bang, and that one a bit of a bang, and I'll give you all the bang, and having a marvellous time, wasn't I? They really were unbreakable, those plates. And went down a bit forward, there was some more unbreakable plates, wasn't there, right? So I picked up the hammer and one goes the other one, so I wasn't going to buy those ones, was I, for Auntie Dawn? And there was a bit of a sewing display, and have a look at that, and she said, come here, Uncle Arthur, we'll put a little bit of a special display right on your tie there, won't we, eh? That looked marvellous, it really did. It was a beautiful flower display, wasn't it, eh? And didn't it look marvellous? And over to the little vacuum cleaners, wasn't there, man? He was doing a demonstration. And there was a great big vacuum cleaner, wasn't there, right? And I thought I'd have a bit of a go at myself, so I turned him on just like that. There you go. And look out, I was having a bit of a suck, and the little boy said, "Oh, Uncle Arthur, let me give you a bit of a hand with that." And he came over and I'm saying, "Thank you very much. We'll see how strong this is. We'll give your coat a bit of a clean." And I'm cleaning his coat, and his mum saying, "Thank you very much for cleaning his coat." And I said, "What a marvellous vacuum cleaner that really is. I managed to clean that little boy's jacket, didn't I? I wandered off again, having a marvellous time. Up to the record display. I said, "Can you play those 78s on your special record player?" And he said, "Let's just take them over there." And I thought, there's a marvellous looking record player, isn't it, eh? And I couldn't hear it very well, so I turned it up a bit louder, and then I thought, no, I still can't hear it. I turned up a little bit louder, and I still couldn't hear it, so I turned up a little bit louder, and the man said, "David, turn him on like that, then you'll be able to hear properly." I said, "Well, you'll turn your stereo down, it's making a terrible racket, isn't it, eh?" So I thought that was a bit of a silly noise the stupid record player was making. Then there was the knitting demonstration, wasn't there? Knitting a jumper, and the lady said, "What's your name?" I said, "My name is Uncle Arthur, isn't it, eh?" And she said, "Well, have a look at this magic machine. I can do some very special tricks with it, can't I, eh?" And I watched her making a marvellous jumper. 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom. Have a look at that. What was my Uncle Arthur, didn't it, eh? What a beautiful jumper that was. So she said, "Pop that into your bag and off you go." And then I wandered over where they were showing a special car with a bath in it, wasn't there, right? You could have a bit of a wash and a drive at the same time, couldn't you, eh? And then there was a waterbed display, a bed full of water. So I thought I'd have a bit of a lay on that and a bit of a relax. I popped my shoes up and I must have a bit of a hole and go boom. There was water going up my ducks and everything, wasn't there, right? And I felt a little bit uncomfortable. So I thought I'd go over to the roller door demonstration and get my ducks off. And the man said, "Oh, Uncle Arthur, you can't get changed behind this roller door." I can't get changed behind this one over here. And I was fooling around with my ducks here and trying to get up. And no, Uncle Arthur, we can see you with my ducks on. So I thought I'd tunnel quickly over to there. And I've even gone over there and they're chasing me again and putting the door up and down, aren't they? So I thought I'd go by there and have a little bit of a dry down and have a look at that. A big pot of boiling water, wasn't it, eh? And never guess what? I popped a cookie again there, didn't I? Yum, 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 yum. Uncle Arthur loves his cookie eggs. It was a marvellous big cooking pot, wasn't it, eh? And then I wandered over where they had the vibrating chairs, and it was marvellous to hop into one of those and have a little bit of a vibrate and a relaxation at the same time. So I popped back into the chair and tilted him back just like that. There you go, and I started to vibrate, and already I could feel relaxed, couldn't I, eh? And I slipped my shoes off elegantly there, and I even took my teeth out and had a really good relax, because I'd been wandering around. I'd got tired legs from all the exhibitions that I'd been looking at, eh? And then the man came over and said, "Uncle Arthur, I think you've had about enough." And I said, "Thank you very much. I feel terribly relaxed, don't I, eh? I think I'll be able to go a lot further because I've got all the pain out of my legs, haven't I, eh?" And I wandered over and I saw a marvellous little dial robot, didn't I? I said, "How do you do that?" And he talked to me and everything, didn't he? And I saw there was a man over there with some special controls. I said, "How do you do that?" And he said, "Here, Uncle Arthur, have a bit of a go." So I turned him around like that, and I put him into forward gear, and away he went. He was a marvellous robot, and he was talking and saying hello to everybody on the way, wasn't he, eh? And he went up to that little bit of a demonstration that I saw later on, and even said hello to that special man, didn't he, eh? And he said, "Hello, Uncle Arthur, I remember you from a bit earlier on." And I said, "See you later." And then there was a special little walking machine, wasn't there, eh? And I thought I'll have a bit of a play around with the knobs on that, and I turned him around like that, and the guy said, "Well, there you go, I think I'll go into the spa and have a bit of a relax in there." And I wandered over there, and there was a special display where all the little columns fell down, didn't they? And I said, "Oh, Uncle Arthur, there you go again. This is marvellous. That's fantastic, isn't it, eh?" And I was lucky enough to hop into a special little car with a bath in it. I had a bit of a drive myself, and I took him out the front door and turned the car up by my way. And anyway, that was my trip to the home show. Good on you, young kids. I'll see you next time. To the country with Petey and Paula, and they were looking forward to it, and so was I. I was jumping up and down and saying, "I've got my goods and chattels, let's jump into the car," and away we go. And she said, "Hello, Uncle Arthur, give me that." And I said, "Come here and give us a kiss, you gorgeous thing, and we'll give you a bit of a punch on the tummy at the same time, won't we, eh?" And they said, "Have a look at our brand new car, Uncle Arthur." I said, "What a beautiful car that is." And we'll hop on the back like that. 1, 2, 3, there you go. I'll be as snug as a bucket of rug in there, won't I, eh? So we'll wrap the rugs around our legs there and make sure we're all nice and warm and cosy. And look, there's knobs to play with everywhere. We can poke those knobbies and pull those little knobbies there. And what have we got? Some more knobs over the front. We'll have a bit of a fossing with those. And what's this little knobby here do? 1, 2, 3, there you go. That's pretty big for, doesn't it? And he said, thanks, Uncle Arthur. That's just the position I'd like to have in it, wouldn't I, eh? And I said, no worries at all. It really is a marvellous car. So away we go on a trip to the country. I'm looking forward for a marvellous day, aren't I, eh? And then I got my special map out and I was hopping, doing a bit of driving from the back seat. I was. I'm saying, you go up here and then you take a lefty and then a righty. And I said, look out for the truck there, buddy, look out for the truck. He's saying, thank you very much, Uncle Arthur. If you'd just like to pop out here. And I said, no worries at all. He said, here's your bag as well. And I said, thank you very much. We're already in the country. It didn't really look like the country, but I think I was having a bit of a good time, wasn't I, eh? And then they came back again. They said, oh, Uncle Arthur, you might as well hop back into the car and we'll go a little bit further out into the country, won't we, eh? And then we're into the car and we're singing songs and we're having a marvellous time, aren't we, eh? And then I realised that a little bit further up the road there was a place of interest that I really wanted to see. And I said to Petey, pull the car over fairly quickly, there's a place of interest I think I have to go to a bit further up the road here. And he said, no worries, Uncle Arthur, there you go. And I said, oh, well, I'll go in there and have a bit of a look by myself. And a bit further up the road, there was another beautiful place of interest, wasn't there, right? And I jumped out of the car and went in there by myself and had a marvellous look around. It was a beaut, wasn't it, eh? And a little bit further up the road, there was another place of interest. And I thought to myself, well, I'll have a look inside this place. And I'm sure young Petey and Paula were enjoying having a look around as well. And then I said, we're going to play a bit of a game where we like. How about we play a special game of I Spy with my I Spy with my little eye. Something beginning with P, I said. And I said, oh dear, oh dear, I wonder if we can work out what. We enjoy playing that game, don't we? And I said, there you go, roll, 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 your boat. Gently down the stream. Hey, Petey, pull over there, some potatoes. I'd love to get some little tidies. So I jumped out and I saw the special man and I gave him a few bombs and said, give us a bag of those tidies. We'll whack him into the car and what we call them beautiful chippies, won't we, when we get home? That will be marvellous. And I looked a bit further up the road and there was some apples, wasn't there, right? I got a marvellous box of apples with some beautiful apples, nice bright red ones they were, and then there was some honey, wasn't there, right? Oh, a lovely tub of honey, and I thought to myself, I have a little bit of honey on the way up in the car, so I put my little bit of a thingy in there, and I thought, oh, so nice, I'll have lots and lots of honey, and we all got into the honey and had a marvellous time. It was beautiful honey. There was nothing like a bit of honey on a trip in a car, is there? And then we pulled up on some beautiful pictures around, and I said, oh, look at those chips, they'll be marvellous, and apples and everything. This wasn't there, right? And I looked out and the air was beautiful, and there was birdies, and we were going to have a marvellous day. And I wandered down to the barbecue area, and they said, oh, Uncle Arthur, we really are going to have a beautiful day, aren't we? And he wandered down there after me. And then little Paula said, take your special little things over there and set your own little picnic up for yourself. And there was a barbecue there. What you do is you pop your tube bob into the little hole there, and away you go, and the special gas comes on by itself. And then I saw some birdies, so I got a little bit of bread, and I fed the birdies, yum, 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 and a bit of a sniff, and the barbie was working already, wasn't it, eh? And the special plate was having a bit of a cook up itself. I said, oh, that looks lovely. Let's put the old sauce bottle up there like that. There you go. I was doing a marvellous job because I've been a bit of a chef for years and years, haven't I, eh? When I'm pricking me sausage and giving the sausage a bit of a pricky prick, and the other people are saying, oh, those sausages smell nice, Uncle Arthur. We'd like to have some of yours. And I said, no worries at all. There's plenty to go around. They really are nice, aren't they, eh? Prickety, prickety, prick. There you go with all the little sausage. And then I decided to go for a very special walk in the bush with my butterfly net, didn't I, eh? And I'm looking for butterflies, and I'm catching, and I'm jumping around, and then I saw a beautiful butterfly, and I span around, and I thought, oh dear, oh dear, where did they go? Well, I think the butterfly went up this track here, and luckily I'm fairly experienced at walking through the bush, so there was no chance that I'd ever get lost, was there, right? And I wandered up the hill there looking around, and I'm looking at the tracks and so on and so forth, and then the track came to a bit of an end, didn't it, eh? So I thought, well, I'll backtrack, won't I? I'll go back exactly the same way and find out exactly where I am. And I thought to myself, help, help! I thought to myself, I'll find some moss on a tree, it always faces north. And the only thing was there was moss all around that tree, wasn't there, right? So I didn't panic at all. I started yelling out, cooey and so on and so forth. and I wandered down the track a little bit further, but I never panicked whatsoever because I'm a Boy Scout from a long time ago, and I had a little bit of something to eat to keep myself in my eye, and I wandered on further into the bush, but I knew exactly where I was because I knew where north, south, and east and west was, and there I was, and I popped all the way out, and I said, oh, no worries at all. I was just having a bit of a wander in the bush, wasn't I, eh? And I said, there you are, Uncle Artie, you really want to wander over to the car with us? I said, no worries, we're ready to go home. And then young Freddie said, oh, no, I've got a very special seat for you, haven't I, eh? And I said, oh, that'll be marvellous, wouldn't I, eh? And they put me up onto the roof, and it was so comfortable that I dozed off to sleep, didn't I, eh? It really was a marvellous spot to sit. Anyway, that was my trip to the country. Good on you, young kids, and see you next time. But guess what? Your Auntie Dawn's gone away, and I've got a little bit of a picture of yours truly and the Owlfuls. And I thought I'll hang him on the wall just over there while Auntie Dawn's away. And I went down to the hard wet hair and got a hooky hook hooky, and I'll go over there and climb up very carefully and put him up there nice and neat and tidy. So I'm leaning on the old organ there, aren't I, eh? Making sure that I'm nice and safe, and I grab hold of the picture rail there, making sure that I'm nice and safe, and there you go, 1, 2, 3, and we'll grab it, won't we, eh, just like that, and leaning back, no worries at all. We thought we'd get the old picture rail, pull him up and get him out of the way, because it wasn't looking very good at all. We'll get that down there, and we'll just put him up a little bit later on, but I'm going to make sure it's all nice and neat and ready for my picture of yours truly in the Air Force, aren't I, eh? And then I was putting that back up there, and I saw a little bit of a wire poking out, so I thought to myself, best clean him up and get him out of the way. So I'll just give a little bit of a pull on that, just like that. And there was a bit more wire inside there, wasn't there? So we'll pull him out, and there's a little bit more wire in there. It was a bit more, it was a bit hard to get out. And there was a bit more wire, wasn't there? So we're giving a bit of a pull, and there was even more wire. So we'll pull all of that out like that. No worries at all. Make sure it's all nice and neat. There was even more wire, wasn't there? And I was pulling, and I found out what the problem was, didn't I? It was the telephone, wasn't it, eh? And it was connected up pretty well because it was still working, wasn't it, eh? No worries at all. So we put that down there just like that, and I thought to myself, I'm going to get the picture rail up there, I'm going to need one thing, and it's the ladder, isn't it, eh? So I went out the back and got the ladder, and I made sure I brought it in very carefully because I didn't want to break anything while Auntie Dawn was away, would I, eh? And I'll just get him in there like that, no worries at all, and back him over that way, there we go. And back him there, and we'll just make sure we swing him all the way around and take him over towards where we want to hang the picture. So we'll just swing him around carefully like that, and over to the old place where we want to hang the picture, just there we go, and put him up there. And I thought I'll just check the Venetian blinds to make sure they're okay, and they were a little bit damaged, weren't they, eh? So I thought, while I'm here, I'll have a bit of a look at those and make sure we can fix them up. So I'll just put them up there, and they're fairly easy to use, these Venetian blinds. So all you do is you have to get him hooked on there like that, and hook him over there like that, and you twist the cords and give him a bit of a pull, and it's nice and neat and tidy. I love the old Venetian blinds, I really do. And then I went back to the ladder, made sure he was long enough, and he certainly was long enough, wasn't he, eh, the old ladder? And I went down there, and I decided to myself that what I was going to do is I'd get out the old hacksaw, and I'd clean up the hole that I had made, there you go, and make sure we can put a nice clean panel over the top of it, so it'll be all nice and neat for when Auntie Dawn comes back from her weekend away. So hacky, hack, hacky, hacky, hack, 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 and there is a nice even square, wasn't it, eh? All nice and neat and tidy. And then I thought I'd get the drill out and I'll put the few screw holes in there and make sure we can get it right over the top. And where's the PowerPoint? There it is, no worries. And I'll poke him in there like that. And we'll down the drill on. There's a fairly hard wall, that one, because this place has been here for a long time. So I had to drill really hard, and I'm drilling. And a little bit of a problem with my teeth, didn't I? So I thought to myself, well, I don't really mind making another bit of a hole down near the skirting board, and I'll see if I can find my teeth while I'm down here, won't I, eh? And there were my little toothy pegs, and I popped them back in the didn't I, eh? There you go. And I thought to myself, well, I've got a few holes down there. What I might do, your Auntie Dawn was saying she needed a new door, so we'll draw a line down there, and a line down there, we'll make it that wide, and we'll put a door, and it'll be right there, won't we, eh? And I picked up my old pick there, and I went well round, and 1, 2, 3, and boom, there you go. And I was wondering where that water pipe was, and there it was right there. And I know all about the waterworks because I had a few problems with mine a few years ago, and I thought I'll just poke that in there and make sure I'll do it the way the plumbers do, and block him on there and block him up and make sure no more water comes out. There you are, nice and neat and tidy, eh? And then I had a bit of a look around the room and I realised I'd made a little bit of a mess, hadn't I, eh? Which was fair enough considering I'd been doing a bit of work inside the house. I thought the only thing to do was get it all outside and dry off and nice and neat and tidy. And then I rolled back the rug and you'll never guess what I found. It was Tweety Bell, the canary that we lost about 4 years ago. We never did know where he got to, but there he was, wasn't he, eh? And I thought, well, I bet you that the water has stopped now, so I thought I'll get the old rug out of the wall, there you go. And just to make sure that there nothing was coming out, I thought I'd have a bit of a look inside, and I lit up a match, and you'll never guess what I found when I lit up the match. That's right, it was a gas outlet, wasn't it, eh? But anyway, there was a picture of me, and didn't it look beautiful? I'm sure Auntie Dawn's gonna be really happy. Anyway, that was my hanging of the picture. Good on you, young kids, and see you next time. Looking at the beautiful cars and saying hello to everybody, and what do I see? A beautiful smorgasbord. So I'm not backward and coming forward. I grabbed a plate and put a bit of stuff on there, no worries at all. I put a few prawns in my bag, and later on, yes I have, no worries. And look at that, oh yum yum yum, a bit of bread there and all that, and a little bit of sausage as well, and put that in the kick. Oh yes, that'll be nice for a bit of supper later on. Little bit of coleslaw and some beautiful potato salad. Pop him on there. And look at those strawberries. Yum, yum, yum. I love strawberries. Yes, I do. But oh, look out. Whoops-a-daisy. I popped in there with my own. I looked around everywhere and I couldn't find them. And luckily the girl said, oh, here they are. They're on the plate under oven. And I said, thanks very much. I better have those. And then I got my food and I went over and I started to socialise. And you've got a prawn over you? I said, have a look at mine. It's very nice. It really is. And then the young fellow there, he's going, oh, there's a bit of a smell in the air at springtime, isn't there, eh? A bit of a beautiful smell. And I agree with him. It's a lovely day as I chomped away on my old chicken bone there. And an old friend, he came on over, he said, hello, Uncle Arthur, would you like to come with me? And I said, no worries at all. I haven't got any lunch, he said. I said, well, here, have my lunch. Go on, take it. I don't mind at all. He said, it smells beautiful, Uncle Arthur. It really does. And I had my own lunch there, so I opened it all out with a bit of milk and a Vegemite jar there into a cup of tea out of the thermos. Yum, 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 yum. And have a bit of a sip on that. It tastes beautiful, doesn't it, eh? And of course, you've got to have a bit of Auntie Dawn's muesli cake, haven't you, eh? That'll keep you as regular as clockwork. Yes, it will. Yum, 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 yum. And of course, a bit of a slurp on the old cup of tea as well, and keep you as regular as clockwork. The only thing was, it sort of went straight through me like the Southern Aurora. Yes, it did. So I thought, well, I better go to the toilet fairly quickly because I'm home out and I don't want to embarrass myself, do I, eh? So I got up there, and then I went to the toilet and I found a set of scales. So I jumped on there with a 10-cent piece in my hand, ready to put him into the hole. But the only thing was, I couldn't find the blessed hole of where it was meant to go. And the old bloke said, don't worry about it, Uncle Arthur. I can tell you how much you weigh. And I said, I'll just put the 10-cent piece there and keep everybody happy. And out into the bidding yard we go. Hello there, young girlies, I'm saying. Howdy-doody there. How you going? And I thought, I'll go and make a bit of a bet on a horse. I said, have 2 bob each way on that one there. And I'll have 2 bob on that one there, and I'll be in the money, won't I? Oh, yes, I will. I'll have lots and lots of money if I win. And I'm wandering around, I'm looking for Auntie Dawn, I'm looking around, I can't see her. Where are you, Auntie Dawn? So I hopped up there like that. And there was Auntie Dawn over there. There I'm saying, Auntie Dawn, meet me here at 10 to 1, 10 to 1, Auntie Dawn, 10 to 1, Auntie Dawn. And then all those people said, if you're at the Melbourne Cup, Uncle Arthur, you'll need some money. And I said, no worries at all, I'll put that in there and I'll have a bit of a bet later on, won't I? And I smuggled off. And there was Laurie Lawrence and Duncan Armstrong. How put up there, young swimmer, you gold medalist. I said, give us a bit of a hug, Laurie, no worries at all. And he said, well, you're a bit of a champion too, Uncle Arthur, aren't you? Hey, no worries at all. I'll see you later. I'm going up for that. And I'm looking around for, a spot to see the Melbourne Cup. So I climbed up the stairs all the way up to the top, and I thought to myself, this will be a wonderful spot to watch the Melbourne Cup, won't it, eh? I reckon if we get up to the top, we'll be able to see the whole world. Look at that. so I got my binoculars out and I started looking around. It was marvellous. My old friend came up and said, oh, this is the place for the stewards. And I said, I know lots of stewards. There's Brucey Stewart and Ronnie Stewart. He said, it doesn't matter, you'll have to get down those stairs anyway. So I climbed all the way down the stairs. I said, I'll find a better spot to watch the Melbourne Cup. And I went out there all the way, right through the gate, right out into the middle there in the grass I was. I went, whoa, look out, and here come the horses. They're coming down the track. They're saying, look out, Uncle Arthur, look out, Uncle Arthur. You'll get skipped if you don't watch out. So I was running all the way down the track there. And the crowd saying, come on, Uncle Arthur, come on, Uncle Arthur. They're saying, and I'm going, whoa, all the way across the finishing line there. It was marvellous, wasn't it, eh? And everyone said, you're a winner, Uncle Arthur, you're a winner. And I was, wasn't I, eh? Anyway, that was my trip to the Melbourne Cup. Good on you, young kids, and see you next time. Good on you there. Isn't it, Iron? Guess what? That's right, I'm off to the Nunawading Recreation Centre. And in the front door I go. I'm going to have a marvellous day. And I saw the girlie and she said, what would you like to do? I said, I want to do everything there is. Pottery and painting and yoga and all the things you've got. And she said, if you'd like to follow me, we'll show you where to go. It was off to a yoga class, wasn't it, And away we went, and we did this little move here and that little move there. And the lady said, you really are very experienced at this, aren't you, Uncle Arthur? I said, I really am. I did calisthenics during World War II, so I really know what I'm doing. And you put your hand around here like that, and you bend over down just like that, no worries at all. If you want to, you can even do one of those that'll help you doing your yoga. There you are, no worries at all. And then we do one of those, a little bit of a crampy in my foot there, and a bit of a problem getting that out. And then everyone said, oh, Uncle Arthur, will help you back on your feet. And I said, no worries at all. Thank you very much. And I get straight back into my yoga. Right, I there you go. I'm having a marvellous day, and I was off to a dancing class, wasn't I, And you do a little step like that, and a little step like that, and there you go. And all round you go, and 1, 2, 3, give a bit of a kick at the same time, and everyone's having a marvellous time. And take partners for a special dance. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, boom, there you go. And wasn't I a marvellous dancing, doing a bit of the old Charleston there. And into the gymnasium we go, and there are lots of other people in the gymnasium, and I met the special man who helps you out with all the exercises. He said, come on over here, Uncle Arthur. He said, see if you can jump up and down the little trampoline just like that lady there. And away I went, 1, 2, 3, boom, boom, boom. I'm dancing up and down, and I'm doing like that, just like the man said. And wasn't I marvellous at it, eh? I was doing my very own special Uncle Arthur dance on the little mini trampoline. And boy, was it a special workout. Did a few steps there, back on the trampoline we go. I was having a marvellous time already, and I decided to go up and do something else in the gymnasium, didn't I, Over to the Romany rings, and I know what I'm doing with those little babies, so I grabbed onto him like that, there you go there, and grab on there and have a bit of a run, and I'll swing around like that, and a 1, 2, 3, woo, I'm just like Tarzan, aren't I, Away we go, and look out, look at me, up in the air, look at me, everybody, look at me, I'm up in the air, I'm up in the air. And I said, get me a little trampoline, I'll show you how to do some special trampolining. I said, out of the way, and boom, there you go, onto that trampoline, onto that little trampoline, there we go. And into a little somersault, and the girl said, oh, Uncle Arthur, you are having a marvellous time, aren't you, And I said, that really was wonderful. Did you see her? I went on the little trampolines there, and she said, you really do know what you're doing, don't you? I said, yes, I do. Well, she said, how about we go and do a very special class of pottery? So I wandered round there, and I looked around and saw all the special things that everybody had been making, and I picked up a very delicate one, and looked at those, and a little bit of trouble with them there. I didn't know that because they were all the pottery things, weren't they, And then the girl, said, here, Uncle Arthur, you can have a bit of a practice too, and put your old smock on over here, and we'll give you a little bully there, and we'll whack him onto the wheel, and you'll spin him around, you'll make yourself a beautiful pot, don't you, We'll go a little bit too fast for me, around the wheel like that, and now the lady said, oh, Uncle Arthur, you're making a pot, are you? And I said, I am, it's going to be a beautiful teacup. And then I put something into the oven, and you bake them, and they go all hard, and they look marvellous, and it was just about time. So I opened up the oven, I pulled out some beautiful biggies, didn't I, Didn't they look nice? And the girl came back and said, Uncle Arthur, let's go on to the wonderful painting charcoal class, she said. And And I looked around there, and everyone had special bits of paper on. The man said, here's a little bit of charcoal. I said, I can draw a bit of a picture now for you. He said, no, wait for a minute. I said, I really am a marvellous drawer. He said, no, you'll be right. We're going to get you something very special to draw. And he brought in the girl. He was going to show us something to draw. And I said, oh, this will be fun. I will enjoy a good bit of a charcoal. And I looked around at everyone else's drawings, and I realised that the girl was like you must see all her Rudy bits good in your eyes. I said, put those back on, put those away there. We can't have anybody saying those. No, the poor girl's Rudy bits have come out. And the man said, no, Uncle, but we're just trying to do it. And I said, no, give the girl him a coat, everything will be all right, won't it, mate? And he said, why don't you go down there to a special little class where you can enjoy myself? And it really was a wonderful place, wasn't it, eh? A special modelling class that I really enjoyed. Anyway, that was my trip to the recreation centre. Good on you, young kids. I'm seeing you